So now we've shown our tenant how to use the remote control fob and they've seen the red light. If you ask them to press the button underneath, the square button, you'll see that the red light has now disappeared from the kit case. So it's no longer recording audio and they can carry on with their private conversations. The idea of our equipment is that it's straightforward and easy to use. That is the entire setup of this equipment. Once you've calibrated it and pressed start, it's all about the positioning of this to make sure we get good data. Show them the fob and away you go. When you return to the property, it's about taking it down in equally quick fashion whilst they're probably whittering in your ears about the noise that they've experienced. So we need you to be able to just take this down even if your attention's being distracted. So how do we do that? Well, firstly, we will be going to be removing the padlock because we've definitely remembered the code that we've decided to use. If we take the padlock, we're going to open up the kit case. And in keeping with the button use earlier, calibrate to calibrate, start to start, when you're ready to stop your instrument, all we need you to do is press the button that says stop. As soon as you've done that, the red circle disappears from the top of the screen and you know that your measurement has now ceased. Our equipment does not have a save button, so we do not need you to press save. As soon as you press stop, it's all automatically stored onto the internal memory. Now for myself, the only bit which isn't 100% intuitive is the next bit. For you to get back to the calibration screen so you can calibrate at the end of the measurement and therefore you've bookended your data. So you've got calibration at the start, calibration at the end, therefore the data between those 2 points should be accurate. All we need you to do to get to the calibration screen again is press the button underneath the word exit and then, you'll be too surprised to learn, press the button underneath the word calibrate. And once you've done that, you can carry out the process, which you've seen me do. It's the same process to ensure that you're going to do it correctly. Place the calibrator on top, press that button again, one time, and then you can see on the screen that it's waiting for a calibration tone that it's happy at. It's accepted that level, so I just have to press the button underneath the word OK. And then from that point, it's simply a case of undoing everything you did when you set it up. So we'll remove our tripod, place this into our lovely accessories pouch, disconnect here, like so. Please place this back inside the foam cut so it's nice and secure. Ensure that you retrieve both key fobs. If you only have one person in the property likely to use the fob, it might be a sensible idea to keep the second fob as the spare back in the office. If it gets lost, we can get one to you in 24 hours, but you still have to wait the 24 hours. And then we need you to switch the instrument off. And to do that, I'm going to use this button here again at the side. When I hold that down, you'll see a little box appears on the screen that says, if you keep your finger pressed down, this is going to switch off, which is fine by us. Then the screen will switch off. Now, I wish to leave it on for the next part of the session, but the screen will be black when you switch it off. And then there are two ways that you can remove the cables from the kit case. So you can lift up like so. So these are pop-out cables, and if you do this, this is also what you would need to do when you're using the instrument as a handheld. So I'm going to show you that part as well. But if you wish, you can remove the cables from the box. So this is the preamp cable that I'm removing. So I now have this as a separate cable. And I can do the same with the power cable as well. So this is also simply a lift out option here, like so. This is a brand new kit, so it's quite stiff. Disconnect the power cable, which is in the lid. So I'm just going to tip that so you can see. Up there like so, and then you can place those cables inside your accessories pouch, or if you're in a rush to get out of the property, you can, if you wish, simply wrap the cables around the kit case before you put it back in the rucksack. Please just don't pull those cables tight. This would be the way to do it completely. And as I have removed the mains power, but the instruments, I've left it switched on. It's quite faint, but that light is now amber instead of it being green.